Good afternoon, all. Here is Mayara Flores speaking. I'm a doctor in Brazil, and I'm really happy to be here with this edition of the Rural Family Medicine Cafe. Today, we are going to talk about leadership. Actually, we also have done some invitations from the people from Kerala in India. We hope they can join us. But we do have another two special people participating. So may Dr. Gobif introduce himself.
This is Govit from Sri Lanka. I'm a family physician as well. I am the visiting academic and the family medicine department in Jaffna. We'll talk about leadership, and actually, this is a very important time as we are the growing or young family physicians. We have to take over the world with our senior leaders to go in the level. So we have to take it our family medicine to the next level. Actually, we are far behind in the whole aspect, maybe in Sri Lanka, maybe in Asia. So we have a big role. So we will discuss and okay. What else? Okay.
Okay, thank you. And Andressa?
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Andressa. I'm a medical student from Brazil, and actually, this topic is really interesting. Um, I really wished I had seen in the last Row Cafe about leadership, and I guess it would be very nice to talk about this topic again. So nice to meet you all.
Sure. It's interesting that the last time it was myself, Veronica, and Amber, and it was a great one as well. And I think we all have changed a lot. It's more than 2 or 3 years ago. And we have done a lot of things and rural videos and mentor-mentee and the whole rural seeds story. So that's great. But leaderships, it could be very good. It could be very hard a lot of times. And I do feel leading a bit all of this. It's been good and a lot of joy, and on the other side it's sometimes hard and you feel dismotivated, but it's very important to take a part of on that and keep going and developing. So, and you grow a lot doing leadership, and we all have a role on that. Everybody can do a bit of leadership. We do have Ana Clara entering. She's a medical student from Rio Grande in Brazil. She's also a leadership. And we have some sojourn missions. Great. Ana Clara, can you introduce yourself? Ana? I'm not sure if she's going.
Is she listening?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Hello, I'm
Hey.
Ana Clara. I'm a medical student in Rio Grande. You hear me? Great.
Yes, we are hearing, listening.
Now,
I think Ana is with some trouble. And
now I'm
Okay.
the leader of Liga de Educação e Saúde here in Rio Grande. that's the unique project I am in the leadership now, I think.
Which is a big one, isn't? A lot of responsibilities. Nishan, can you talk? Nishan? I think we wait a little bit, Nishan. So we do have some great leaders here. I'm really looking forward for mission. I invited also Sering to be talking today because they are having a huge leadership role in Kerala in India. So I hope they can talk, and in this kind of disaster situations, harsh times, how can we take part and how can we lead? But anyway, I would like to ask to you all to share a bit of your leadership experience. What do you think? Nishan, when you are ready, just pop on and talk with us, okay? So who wants to start talking about your leadership experience? Maybe Andressa?
I can. Yes.
Okay.
Well, now I'm kind of representing a leadership role in our academic league that are kind of a group of students here in my university that have a special interest in family and community health. So since last year, I am involved in this role of being like president of the league, but it is more about dealing with people and not doing kind of a authoritarian thing, because everyone has a role. So president does not mean that you are better than the others. So it has been really good because um, I I realized that it is more about being in 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 the place that the others have to be, and you have this important thing to represent everyone. So you have to go and search what your colleagues are thinking to be a good person that is going to represent. And it is such a thing that uh, it is a lot of responsibility, as Mayada said, but it's also really good when you see people around doing things uh, that you just planned for them to do and that you just agreed with them to do. And it's just like that. When you in your leadership role, when you do something really good, it is not um, it is not your it is not your own gain. It is everyone's gain. It is everyone's um, like congratulations to everyone. But when you do something wrong, it is your fault. Like um, you have to be prepared to deal with these things, to be prepared to for people saying that you must be better in one thing, and to accept the things that you have to change, and you have to always um, include people in your role of leadering. And I just want to ask you about this because I guess we have so much things to share, and maybe you can teach me something about leadership too. What do you think?
Sure. I think Nishan just left. Uh, I was going just to ask himself how is going the whole thing in Kerala. So maybe Gaurav, can you share a bit your experience? And if Nishan enter, can we just agree that we will interrupt ourselves to give to
Yeah, we should.
himself a
Yeah,
word?
because
Okay.
yeah, we should, because he might have the difficulty in connecting. Maybe because I heard the news. We are neighboring country. We heard the news. They don't have the much communication system as well. Even there's no electricity. So we must, if we come back, we'll give it back. So in the meantime, I just talk about myself and my part of working with this and all. So from the even from I medical career, when you start medical union, even the medical students, we had a, he also same had a medical student unions. So from itself I have the role of leadership. Even I have been in the coordinator, even for the board member, connecting with these students, with these all the academic people from this faculty time. When we pass out, so always I'll be as a leader. Maybe even everyone said you are the monitor, you are the best trip. So everywhere we go, I'll get it, because from even like in Montessori, I may have like a monitoring thing and all, maybe taking. So really, after I graduated, I got a we always all get government job. In the meantime, so we have special interested to do some community works. So from when we graduated, so we some friends have started our own one of the non-government organization, charity organization. So actually that is based on children's project. But from that, I got a one of the board member, board director. So from that, I got my old leadership quality as a professional. So we always do with the community work. From that only, I thought of to go within family medicine maybe. So from that, then after that, we have to elective appointments, elective works in the according our ministry rotation. So we had doing. In the meantime, so I thought to change my career as not like common medical officers wanted to do in family medicine. Yeah, yeah, wait a minute. Yeah. In the meantime, so then I connect with my one of my friend who is the department unit head as a family medicine in Jaffna. So uh, we see when we in the rural setup, we see there's a lot of lacking part, maybe even empowerment, even health, in education, every aspect. So we have to think about, and we have to dedicate, we have to uplift the community. So then even though we maybe the whole community people will think about, okay, there's a doctor, so he may lead them. So we obviously we ourselves or taken as a leadership role as well, they all accepted. So we have done great things. Yeah, when Nishan is there, so shall we give it to him? Nishan? Yeah, perfect. I'll come back.
Nishan? Nishan, can you hear? I cannot hear you. It's coming like a strange sound. Not working microphone. Sorry, Nishan, we are not hearing you. We are just hearing a strange sound. Can you try again with your microphone? We are not hearing you. It's just a strange song. It's better if you take the phone out and try without it. Maybe it could be that. And try to unlock your microphone. But we can see you. but we are not hearing you well. Just for those that do not know Nishan, I will be introducing himself until he fixed the microphone. I stayed for a few days in Colin Cherry, where Nishan works. He's a ED doctor, and he's also a family physician. And he's in Kerala region, which is suffering with the floods, and it's been quite dramatic, everything. So we are quite worried, and he's playing a huge role as a leader there. So that's why I invited himself to be talking today. He has poor connections, being a little bit hard, but we want to give himself the opportunity to talk. Can you try to unblock your microphone, Nishan? You need to click on the screen, I think, in some place. We are not able to hear you yet. On the screen, try. Yeah, on the screen. But your microphone is muted. Until we cannot hear you. Maybe if you take the microphone, the phone out, I think that has some problem. Yes, try it like that. We can hear you now. That's better.
Okay, yeah, without the microphone. Thank you.
That's great. Yeah. Okay.
So how is going on, Nishan? Can you talk a little bit about yourself and tell what's going on?
Yeah, so hi everyone. It's pretty hard here in Kerala. Am I audible?
That's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The rains were heavy 2 days back, and it just came down yesterday. Now it's like today it has almost gone back to what was the condition day before yesterday. We're having a lot of patients coming with, because they're isolated, they're away from home. Many of them are coming, and we are having so many patients coming, like patients with, who have been with the rescue team. They're also coming as patients, and it's really hard because most of the places here are isolated, or it's flooded all around, so we're not able to commute to the bigger towns. And even though our hospital is not affected, most of the times we are unable to uh, contact the headquarters or the major towns, cities, and it's pretty difficult here.
And you're having like a lot of troubles and these communications being difficult, and also a leadership role. You're getting tired, I guess. How is going with the health team and everything?
Yeah, right now I just did share about a person, a doctor, who is more into the rural areas. He's conducted deliveries there. Then he has been messaging me through a few friends, and he himself had messaged me. But because the range is not there, the message gets delivered after some time. And he has been conducting a lady in labor pain. He's conducted a delivery. And then he also referred a patient who was a primi gravida. And the good news is that though he wanted to get help for airlift, he got a boat, and the lady has been sent to where the Kochi airport is, a very good hospital very near to that. Yeah. So it's pretty hard for people here to smile because everyone is scared because of the climate.
Sure, a lot of people is asking how to help, and I or the weather need to help as well. What is the perspectives? Can you share a bit, Nishan?
Yeah, I think more of the medical help would come in the next week. Say from Monday to Friday, Saturday, we might have a lot of surge of patients. Many of them because most of them are unable to go to hospitals because of the problem with water, and maybe many of them would come into hospitals and to primary health centers where we might not have enough medicines and other things because the transportation is a problem. Right now, we have procured at our hospital a lot of diesel for the generator, but that would run for just one single day. So we're not sure like how long we'll be able to ventilate patients with oxygen and other things if we don't get adequate supply of all these things. And then
It,
it's not easy like you see in movies. It's not easy for everyone to get airlifted, especially the pregnant ladies. Though a few, like two or three of them, have happened in the last few days. I don't expect that to be on a daily basis.
anyone wants to ask anything? Gobi, Andressa, Anna? I'm very glad that you are participating, Nishan. I think we are like I'm very touched to see everything that's going on and see the beautiful Kerala underwater and the place that we went. And
Can't call
it's
it beautiful anymore. I mean, it's flooded like
I hope it will be is any like it's the rain, it's any
the rain
meteorological.
come down yesterday, but today it has been cloudy and rains have restarted. So I think the situation is more like well, if it was positive yesterday, it has come back to I mean back to square one today, and we expect heavy rains for the next 2 days. So that's going to be tomorrow and day after. So fingers crossed for the time being.
How many days are you working and everything?
And the hospital duty is as usual, but we are like engaged the whole day. I got a call in the morning, like because my one of my colleagues couldn't make it to the hospital because of the flood. So he came to us late, and I had to come in between because we had emergencies. So that happens. I mean, we are engaged throughout the day, and a few of my friends are going for camps. And you might remember the short guy Ajit was there.
Yep.
Yeah, he was actually part of a rescue outside the hospital today, and at that time he did have to go in a boat. He had to travel in boats to reach places. And mind you, we're not using boats on rivers or anything. It's been used on the roads, which were roads.
So you need to think quick as a leadership in a natural disaster and everything.
Yeah, well, the disaster planning and other things are okay. I mean, it's going on, and we also have institutional disaster planning. And I'm part of the team for the disaster planning at my center, and it's all happening. But we're not sure like how it would be tomorrow, and how things would worsen all of a sudden. We actually have allocated space all these mishaps like bedded rooms have been converted for as a standby wards and other things.
Okay. Okay, I'm not sure if you want to join the whole conversation, Nishant, but I'm very thankful. Gobi, if Andres, anyone wants to talk or ask anything, Anna?
Hi, Nisha. Yeah. Are you hear us?
Hi, who is this? Gomit?
Yeah, go with yeah. How are you? Yeah, I listening your talk and all. Yeah, I'm always watching your televisions about the updates, even from the day of that rain and all. I always today they said about 345 deaths or something and all. Even I have seen some photos of delivery, maybe different one with the Navy doctors has helped one of the
Yes.
pregnant lady to deliver the. I see the pictures and all. Even Prime Minister is there from the yesterday evening, so I can see and all. I'm updating because of the lot of people, our friends are there. Even not only that, the people are suffering. So at least with the moral support, we can give it even we are in the different countries. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you also have same institutional disaster plan and all. Maybe I think they are doing well. Only thing that I heard there's a difficulty even go by the boats because we can unpredictable the flooded and areas and all. So you are always looking for the airlifted plans, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, as of now, I think we're able to rescue people. Not many people have lost life. Is all right. I mean, much beyond what we thought, and things are being coordinated well. But we're not sure of how it will be tomorrow, a day after tomorrow. It's like scary.
Yes, it's always bit a relieving news. Yeah.
Yeah, and I always feel that the best leadership is the local leadership, Nishant. That's your protagonism and all the good work that you're doing. So I'm sorry that you couldn't smile, and but I hope you can sooner and you can
Yeah,
recover very well.
it's not that I'm not trying to smile, but it's not
Yeah.
coming as you. I mean, I can feel the difference because when you speak to the patients, I usually speak in a touch of humor, and I do smile, but it's not coming the past 2 days.
Yeah, sure. I think
It's not coming.
after you rest and things getting recovering, it will be great. The recovering part is also harsh, but hopefully
Yeah,
you'll be well.
yeah. I think I have a call for an ambulance, so I think I'll be leaving. And
That's all right.
I'm glad, Myra, you got back to me, and thanks a lot, Andresa and Gobet. And
Yeah.
I think
Sure.
as someone I know, but then I'll get back to you if time permits.
You're
Okay.
all right. Go ahead. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for
Thank
having
you.
spending your time with us. Okay. Take care. All the best to Carola.
Okay.
Thank you.
Take care. Okay.
Bye.
Okay.
Well, I think that when you are pushed into hard situations, uh, the leadership like a flourish, even in someone that say, "Oh, I'm not a leader. I don't have this skills of leadership." But when you are faced into hard situations, every one of us have to be kind of a leader, because we we have to um, do things, and when we do things, we can act in kind of a leadership.
Great. I think
Yeah.
Anna is now available to talk. Do you want to talk about your leadership role or comment on Nishant, what he's saying, or
I'm sorry, the trouble I had here. But I agree with Andressa because I think we discover our skills in times of difficulties. I agree totally because I always think I'm not capable of uh, taking the leadership of something, but in difficult situations, many people come to talk to you to ask questions, to ask for help, and you feel capable of that. That's so interesting because in that moment you see some people consider you a leader, even if you don't see yourself like that. And I think that I could hear about local leadership, and I so much because locally we can talk to people, we can know more details about their lives, and we know how to interfere with that to motivate. And I think that's the hardest part, to motivate people, even if you when you are not so motivated in that moment. That's it.
That's true. Gobif, do you want to talk?
Yeah, as you all said, like, so we may not thought about we are the leader, but even though when we are going into the one subject, maybe going into the one work, yeah, if you are take the things to run it, so we automatically we should go into that. Maybe this is happening in my practical way as well. Normally, as I said, so as we as when we pass out, as we in the doctor, that community people will think, yeah, they are a community leader, maybe. So then we have to ourselves, we have to take some roles. Like as I said, I have been as a director for the one of the NGO as well. Then we have formed one of the community welfare society. So actually, this is the bridge between the community into the medical, even not only medical, even like we have running a rural empowerment project. We call rural force. Force means the forum of rural community empowerment. So we actually, this myself and one of my friends has initiated. He started. Also, like we thought of maybe like either community service, maybe just maybe we can be we can act as a like a bridging people. But later on, it has gone the bigger way. Like we have formed like a small forum. Then after that, we have making the bigger like a like what she said, one of the organization. So finally, we have rolling right running maybe this functioning as a one of the rural force. So this is very impact because we started in a small way. Maybe we didn't thought of we are leaders. We just thought of we are starting points. But final moments we have to run. We have to go along with that way. So in the ways, maybe we maybe still we have the time because still we are young people. But anyway, still, but we have to take up the challenges and we have to go through. What you said that, Ara?
Yes. When I think we have we are in when we need to motivate and when we need to when we are in a difficult position, that's very difficult. But I think we discovered that we are a leadership in the middle way, and often you do not recognize, and a lot of times you feel, am I really a leader? And you ask that a lot of times, and then you recognize yourself, and then you keep discovering new things and how to lead. And it's a lot of manuals and ways to do it, but it's quite a self-discovering process of how you will manage with that or another thing. I'm not sure if how it was exactly this that you are asking, Gobif.
Yeah, that's the thing because like yeah, yeah, overall we are full-time medical doctors. So we may have our the full working time as a maybe treating the patient like that. But even not only that, so we have a lot of work other than that. If you thought of you have the time, you can do it. You can do it. So it will so it will automatically come, not automatically, but we if you thought you have to do it, so you will do it as a even leader or maybe even the servant maybe, but in way you that will go into the one level as to roll on. So that's why I'm talking about that.
Yeah, exactly. But is that about in discovering that you are the leadership? Sometimes you get the thing to do, and you're not aware that you know, you discover that you are the leadership in the middle way. But actually, a lot of times, if you are in a doctor's position, you're going to be the leadership in some way or another. But
Mhm.
I do want to ask Anna has an experience with community leaderships, and I want her to talk a little bit about it because I do think that she works with a different time frame, but a different actually frame of leadership. But I do feel like Nishant is in a leadership position, even if he chooses it or not. But he needs to take it because he's the only one there. So I think a lot of times we are in this leadership position as well, not just on the projects and but in our job and everything. So Anna, we want to share about the community.
I think that that is my situation here. I was the only one here for a moment, and then I took it. I took this responsibility to manage a group in academic environment and the group in the community, and to approximate them. So that it's difficult. That is difficult because it's a different dynamics you see in population and you see in your colleagues that are people so alike. But in community, I see strong people and I see different strategies to the leadership. And it inspire me, but I think it's more difficult because you need to find a common communication between them and your colleagues in the academic environment. But it is possible. It is a challenge, but it's good. But I think it's different because in a medical meeting, you're naturally the leadership. I think naturally. I don't know if it's the best word to describe, but I think it's easier to be a leader in this place than to know a different place where no one knows you, and to discover there the leaderships and your own leadership too.
That's true. And Andressa, you're quite silent. All right.
I was looking for Twitter comments also, um, but not. I didn't see any yet.
Okay, that's all right.
But yes, I agree with Anna. But here in my group, my academic league, uh, I have a I have an issue, a challenge that is to bring people ne- next to the leadership. People are kind of used to, okay, there's someone, and this person will say what you have to do, and then I would just do this thing. But the challenge is how to bring everybody to do things also, and not just be um, like, how to bring people to be a protagonist in things, and not just someone watching the things going on. And that's a difficult point here, because we are taught that we just have to watch, we just have to, it's like a hierarchy. The teacher is uh above you, and then you have to learn with the teacher, but just like from up to down. And the challenge is how to bring people up to to be the same and to feel the same in the group. It's quite a difficult thing.
I think this leader, not just this, there is a lot of leaderships roles. Like we don't need just to have one leader. It's not like, I do feel that the way that all the people can participate and come with thing together is not just about one, but getting to discover how to make the things continue. That's a difficult thing, and also to keep the people discover themselves and put themselves in place that they can be motivated and getting like new tasks and developing on the whole way, and like the whole group is developing well. This is very important, and this is one of the base of everything to do a good job and a good work as a leader. And this middle way, like to try to make decisions and take everybody opinions and try to come up with common points and do it. That's quite difficult, but that's, I think, the magical part about being a leader. And but I do feel that we are better if we are more like thinking a lot of heads together and doing that, not just alone. And I think the loneliness as a leader make you feel weaker. So as much people that can back up you and be with yourself, that's, and supporting yourself, it helps you to be a leadership. Not sure, what do you think? Gobif, do you want to talk? Or maybe, I'm not sure, Anna or Andressa?
I want to talk about this because I agree with Mayara. To share responsibilities is a key, I think, because sometimes we need to know ourselves too. Because sometimes we tend to get all things done by ourselves and do not share this. We even do not see this, but we do that. And it's important to share responsibilities. And for this, I think you need to know people who work with you, to know their skills and to know their profile, so that you can ask for them things they like to do or to motivate them. Oh, you are good in it. You can do this. I you should not do this alone. You are capable. And it's important because many times, I think mainly the new ones who get in the project, they are so insecure about this. And when they are invited to write, they're invited to organize an activity, they feel so independent and they feel capable of that. I think that's so important because in the moment you need to show your weakness or you're so occupied, you can't do that in that moment. That person will help you. That person will motivate you too. You will share this, and I think that is important.
Sure. Robert, do you want to comment? I think you muted, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, it will, we all discussed like we automatically getting our responsibility. Maybe so we might get it from others. Maybe we compulsory to do it. We, in both conditions, we have to act as leaders. But anyway, even though we don't know it's going on the correct way, but anyway, as we going with that about the time being, so we'll get to know. Like for me, so as all the last 5 years, for the taking for 5 years, as I'm myself, I'm satisfied with like my what I'm doing. Like maybe some I have happily taken responsible myself. Maybe some are given to the responsibility to me. So whatever the way, So the leadership should go in the the positive way. So in the same time, we have to see the some role models. So I always taking the example from our uh, other senior colleagues, maybe our good leaders. So what they had done in past. So how can we improve ourselves? So that's actually I have expected more senior people to hear in today's conversation, but unfortunately we are limited with people to get their opinion as well. So maybe yeah, so we are discussing our past experiences. So anyway, I'm great because they are two young medical students with the community what they are doing with the Maya already their eyes in the arena about young leadership role. Maybe I also maybe some parting part of that as well. I'm very happy that to share my experiences. Great that we are participating in the great topic of leadership. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I think we are coming to an end. Yeah, we are. We had some trouble because of Nishan participation. Dr. Sarin couldn't participate. He sent me a message because of his. He's in the middle of a camp and working with Kerala, and that's more than all right. But we are glad to have some input from them. I do feel that people came later on Facebook, on Twitter, and that's a keep going discussion about leadership. It doesn't finish here. It doesn't started here, but it's good that we are discussing about this important role, and we have all weeks, and a lot of times as leaders we do make mistakes as well, and that's the tough part to think about it. But we are humans, and we are we do that, so that's a human thing, but we try to do our best. So any final comments, Andressa?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm just
Okay. Yeah.
at small thing like so as you said, we are taking the responsibility ourselves as well. We are getting from someone else. The same time, like we can't wait to someone will take the responsible themselves. So we have to carry on with ourselves, or we have to hand it over to them as well. So for my experience, from my mentor always saying, so go ahead with your things and do it, and you will become a leader, or maybe you will become in the correct way. So as you said, we will make mistake in the beginning, so maybe in the middle, maybe in current, even in the data state. But so when we take up the challenge, we should do it in the good way. So without waiting, so someone will come and do it as a leader. We should take the responsible as a leader. That's my final message. Okay.
Thank you, Gabi.
I would like to thank Mayara for this great Row Cafe, and I also like to thank because as being part of the Row Seeds network, it is a great opportunity for us to grow and to learn a lot of things that if I if I didn't have known this network and also Mayara as a role model in leadership, uh, I would not have learned so many things in in meeting you because each of you, like Dr. Gobbett and Anna, I met because of this leadership process on Rural Seeds Network and other things that Mary presented to us. So I'd like to thank you, everyone, and thank you, Mayara, for this great topic.
You're more than welcome, Andressa. I feel very glad about all your words, and I just feel that I'm open a little bit the space, and you need to fulfill it, and we grow together. It's not just about myself; it's about getting a fair word. And Anna, any final comments?
I want to thank you. Sorry for trouble again. And I think that your role was so important to me too in my life in this project. And I think that this name is so fair because a cafe can transform everything, and uh, I think we need to have more space with everyone. And I think that knowing people like today, I knew Gobi, I didn't know, is so important, and have a new meaning after we think about leadership. I think it's a new meaning to know people and to have a conversation with them. So thank you. It inspires me every time.
Thank you so much. And thank you for people that were coming and going, watching us. We are very thankful, and really thankful to, again, Nishant and everybody that is in Kerala and doing the great job. And I hope the weather calm down. And thank you to all that participated today, and thank you for the kind words, and Andressa, and for the participation as well, Gobi. And I hope we can see each other next time on the next Rural Cafe.
Sure.
And keep turning in. And we will keep going to check what's going on the on Twitter, on Facebook, and probably people will take part. Today we have a lot of things going on in another conferences, and I think it make the Rural Cafe a little bit by side, but not at all, because I think it was a great discussion, and thank you so much for all participation. Take care and see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. See you. Bye. 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 Bye.